Welcome back to our Croatia road trip. We are slowly making our way south, and so far this trip has taken us to Plitvice Lake, Zadar, Šibenik, and Krka National Park. If you missed any of the previous episodes, you can always catch up later. In this episode, we explore Split, one of the most popular destinations in Croatia, before heading to the much smaller historic town of Trogir. And we will show you what it's actually like to visit Split and Trogir, what not to miss, and whether both are worth adding to your Croatia road trip or not.
Another day in our road trip, and we are saying bye to Šibenik, and we are driving towards the south, and actually we are going to visit Split. We arrived in Split, and it wasn't a long drive, it's just 1 hour. Split is a bigger town. The first thing we did, we just put the car park next to the marina and the old town, and it was very easy to park. This is the view for our car. When we are going to walk, our car will enjoy the view.
Split is Croatia's second largest city, but the old town is pretty easy to explore on foot. And the first thing you will see is this palace. It is the most fascinating part of Split. It was built more than 1,700 years ago. But this isn't just like any other palaces where you can just go inside, walk around and live. It's almost like an entire town within the city. Its ancient walls are filled with narrow streets, cafes, shops, and homes.
The Split has a totally different vibe from every town that we visited in Croatia. Most of the towns we visited, they were quiet, the sleepy villages, but Split feels more alive and more touristy, and there are so many people here. Right now is end of May, it's not a peak season, so you can imagine during the peak season it gets very crowded, and I understand why. It's just so pretty and it's full of history.
Split is busy also because it's one of the easiest places to reach on the Croatian coast. It has its own international airport with direct flights from cities across the UK and Europe. And it's definitely one of the Croatia's busiest tourist destinations. And if some of these streets look familiar for you as a fan of Game of Thrones, there might be a reason. Somewhere down here, the nearest Targaryen chained up her dragon. Do you remember that scene? Split Historic Center and Diocletian Palace have been a UNESCO World Heritage Site since 1979, and some parts of the palace are some of the best preserved Roman structures in the world. Walking through these streets already make you feel like you've gone back in time. But apparently Split thought we needed a little more help with the imagination, because suddenly the Roman guards turned up. Every day at noon during the summer, there is a changing of Diocletian's Roman guard here. The emperor and empress come out with the Roman guards, greet the crowd, and basically bring the whole palace back to life for a few minutes. The whole show doesn't take long, so be there exactly at 12 p.m. Right next to the old town is Pazar, Split's main open-air market. It's full of fruit, vegetables, local produce, and little stores. And it's a nice place to see a more everyday side of Split away from all historic sites.
There's so many restaurants to choose from in Split Old Town, so we just randomly choose one restaurant, and I got pasta with beef and truffle. I never tried something like that. As you can see, it's very hot, I finished my orange juice right away. I didn't even hesitate 1 second. Let me cross. So in Croatia, same as Italy, you see a lot of gelato place. So we had to try it here, and apparently this one, the one behind me, Amare Gelato, is one of the best one here. I mean, based on Google rating. So I had to buy ice cream. This one is chocolate with cherry.
One of the nicest parts of Split is the waterfront known as the Riva. It's lined with cafes, palm trees and restaurants, and it's the kind of place where you can just slow down, sit by the sea and watch the city go by. And after walking around the old town for a while, this feels like a perfect place for a little break.
This is a very nice walk. We have the old town on one side and the sea on the other side. We are ready to go to our final destination, Trogir, and we are staying there for 2 nights.
Split is also a great base for boat trips to the nearby islands, but we are actually going to do that from Trogir, and you will see it later in this video. The two are really close, so we decided to stay in Trogir since it's not as busy as Split. We like little quiet towns. I think by now you know that. Trogir is much smaller than Split, but that's exactly what we like about it. The old town sits on a tiny island connected to the mainland by bridges, and the whole historic center has been a UNESCO World Heritage Site since 1997. It's compact, really easy to walk around, and full of narrow streets, stone buildings, and little squares. It's good to mention that Trogir has been continuously inhabited for more than 3,600 years, and its street layout still reflects the ancient Greek plan. You don't need much time here. You can easily see the main site in half a day. But a lot of people stay in Trogir for boat trips or use it as a base for visiting Split and the nearby island. Basically, it has all the charm of a historic Croatian town, just without the same crowds as Split. One of the main attractions here is Kamerlengo Fortress, but somehow most tourists seem to miss it. It was built in the 15th century when Trogir was under Venetian rule, mainly to defend the town and its harbor. We waited until later in the day to visit, mainly because of the light was much better for photography.
Ooh! Wow! We have a panoramic view! Amazing! Only for €7 you can come to this castle and the tower, and right now is close to the closing time, so we are the only people in the whole castle.
As I mentioned earlier, one of the fun things to do here is take a boat trip to the nearby islands.
In this boat tour, we are stopping in different villages, and this village, the first one is Mashilika. No one knows the name actually, we all forgot, but it's very small and cute.
Mashlinka is a small village on Salta Island and it's one of the prettiest stops you can make on a boat trip from Trogir. Another popular stop is the Blue Lagoon. Basically, most boats stop here for swimming and snorkeling. It is known for its clear water, and honestly, swimming here is so refreshing. A boat trip was the highlight of our trip, and it's something everyone should do here. I will leave the link so you can take the same tour.
Our road trip in Croatia comes to an end in Trogir, but this is not the end of my Croatian adventure. Today, sadly, I have to say bye to my best ever husband, and he is flying back home, but I stay here. I'm taking a boat and I start my adventure on the water in Croatia, so stay tuned. For now, thanks for watching. See you in the next video.